People, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Bob from Mentourme.com. I just got back from NY. Great trip. Shout out to all of y'all that's in the stories watching the content of New York City. I had a great experience. Shouts out to New York. First time ever going to New York. A lot of people have been DMing me like, they want me to tell a little bit about the trip, the pros and cons. As you guys know, I love traveling. I've traveled a lot to international countries. When it comes to domestic states, that's not usually my cup of tea, but I made sure I waited for the right time in my life to start traveling domestically. So this is my first time actually going to New York. We did a couple days out there. It was amazing. There's pros and cons when it comes to New York. It's a great place to be. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. We did maybe 4 or 5 days, which is not. You could say, to a certain degree, you could say it is enough days, but also you could feel like, man, there's so much other cities there. There's Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, and when you look at Manhattan, you're talking a business, A-class type of area when it comes to national brands, when it comes to professionals, when it comes to individuals who like the finer things of life. So I would say definitely New York Manhattan is a dope area to definitely go enjoy a couple days. Pretty pricey area, but again, I could say one thing I didn't like about when it comes to New York. One thing I can say I didn't like was the food. The food wasn't the best. But again, as I got deeper into New York, a lot of people told me that I should have been in Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn. That's the part of New York I should have been into. You know, traveling is very healthy for me mentally because I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking on different ways on how to make money, how to invest money, how to manage money, so I can share these different experiences and different thought processes to you guys so you guys can learn and elevate every single day of your life. Now, tonight I want to take some time because I seen while I was out of town, Bitcoin and many of the cryptos tanking. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the crypto market. I got a lot of DMs, people telling me and asking me like, how do you feel about the market? How should you play it? How should you invest into it? One of the things that, as you guys know, I'm a stock trader investor. The stock world is my world. At the same time, I have a lot of dollars also in the crypto world. But I also told you guys when it comes to crypto, I always recommended that you guys go long term into crypto because a lot of you had a great potential of making a lot of money when it comes to some of these cryptos, but you let your emotions take control and now you're down, especially like the risky cryptos such as, of course, Doge, Shiba. And I remember Doge was at like 5 cents at one point, and then it went up to like 75 cents, 79 cents. And some of you decided not to sell. And I had a couple people tell me they were up 20, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 and didn't sell, which is kind of crazy to me because if you're up that large amount of money or even more, I always recommend to individuals take a piece of the profit because you just never know when the market could tank. We're going to first try to get a better understanding of how crypto works and why is it down, and understand that it's not backed by anything, okay? Crypto is electronic currency, and the government doesn't back it like the dollar. The dollar is backed by commodities such as gold and many other derivatives. But when it comes to crypto, crypto is backed by your confidence, potential value, what you're willing to pay for it. So when you really think about it, why is the whole crypto market down? It's simply down because people are selling, and they're selling aggressive amounts, and they're selling very fast. And now the truth is, none of us are going to really know the truth of why so many people are selling and not believing into crypto, because here's what's funny about crypto too. A lot of cryptocurrency is decentralized. So by theory, the government is not involved, which I find very funny and unique in a lot of ways because they say the government's not involved, but no matter what platform you're on, they want your government issued ID. They want to tax you now. They have a lot of insight on who you are. Some of them even want your facial, like a quick headshot. I mean, it's just it's so unique in a lot of ways, but also at the same time, you guys say crypto is not government backed or not government controlled, but at the same time, the government knows every piece of what a lot of people are doing on the crypto platform. Now, cryptocurrency, as you guys know, run through something called blockchain, which is the ledgers of how each account is controlled, each dollar unit is controlled, and where it's stored through something called blockchain. Now, here's what's funny about this whole situation. As the stock market is tanking, okay, as the stock market is tanking, and we've been seeing this tank for almost a year and a half now, we're starting to see the crypto market tanking just as aggressively. But again, I must say, I can't even say just aggressively because crypto moves in an upward direction much more aggressively than stocks. But also when it tanks much more aggressively because if you really think about it, 7 days ago, Bitcoin was just at roughly $33,000. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, Bitcoin just dropped to $17,800. You're talking a matter of a 7-day stretch. The market cap has dropped by like $400 billion. You're talking a 20 to 30% drop in a 4 to 7 day stretch, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of questions such as somebody asked me, where is the bottom? That's a good one. I personally feel Bitcoin could go to $7,000. A lot of people may not believe it, but at the same time, when Bitcoin was at 68,000, last year, I went live and told you guys it's going to hit $20,000 when it was at 68,000. And now it's actually below $20,000. And if you really look at numerical values and also look at the charts of crypto, and especially Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a trend where every 4 years it does a drop, and then eventually 3.5 or 4 years later, it picks back up and surpasses what it dropped 4 years prior. So if you really think about it, I could see Bitcoin really going to $5,000 to $7,000 or lower. And a lot of analysis gurus believe that this thing could hit 10,000. Now, based on just a 7-day drop of Bitcoin going from 33,000 to $17,000, I feel Bitcoin could go all the way down to literally 5,000. I might be a little bit too generous on the 5,000. It might actually hit $3,000, $2,500. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, some of you, when I told you guys at 68,000 last year, when Bitcoin was at 68, I said, hey, guys, don't follow the hype. Because when it comes to Bitcoin, when this thing drops, it drops very aggressively. Let's remember, it was at $68,000. Justin was popping NYC in the building. And Stephanie, what's going on? Paul, what's going on? Michael, what's going on? Charlene, we got a couple people live on IG, Facebook. What's popping, everybody? Tonight, we're talking about Bitcoin. Why is it down? How should you play this market? How am I going to play this market? Where am I going to invest? Where am I going to position myself? As you guys know, one of the cryptos I do have, and I have lots of, is a CRO. And I'm a big investor in CRO for a lot of reasons, but also too, I never really bought the biggest of the two too aggressively because I felt it was too high. I feel with Ethereum, especially Ethereum coming out with Ethereum 2.0, and of course Bitcoin, I feel both of these have the potential to drop to some extremely aggressive downfall numbers. I'm going to say, like I said, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's coming to $5,000, maybe $3,500. I think Ethereum, I feel Ethereum's going to come down to maybe at least 150. I'm hoping it hits 80 or lower, but I feel it's going to hit at least 150. Now, where am I deriving these numbers from? I'm just looking at how aggressive it drops every time it drops and hits a resistance point. You got to really think about it. There's points where it's supporting, but it's not supporting for too strong. And then there's also hitting resistance points where it's continuously dropping. And you got to really think about it, people. Pay attention to the drop from 34,000 to 17,800. Okay, from 34,000 to 7. That's a $17,000 drop in a 7-day period. 7 days, almost $15,000 to $17,000 drop. People, when you really pay attention, we're talking 20 to 30% off the market cap wiped away in 7 days. What that tells you is if the federal chairman, Jerome Powell, since crypto is constantly moving transparent with, of course, the stock market to a certain degree, if the inflation does not readjust itself, okay, you could see Bitcoin drop to $5,000 or maybe $3,000. You could see, of course, Ethereum dropping to $150 to $80. And if it drops to those points, I put it in my stories, I will be investing, and especially I will be putting a lot of money into Ethereum. Ethereum is one of those components that you got to have if I were you, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of other cryptos, which is down at least 90 to 96% already. All those other cryptos, CRO and many others, are down at least 90% from their highs. And remember, their highs was literally 1 to 2 years ago, max. 1 year ago, some of them. They're down 95%, 90% from 1 year ago highs. What does that tell you? And a lot of them move in the same direction as Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops another 50% and goes from roughly $18,000 to $9,000, do you understand some of these other cryptos will probably move 2 decimal points in the negative? Really think about what's happening, people. So to me personally, I'm not buying now. I'm just watching. I'm just watching the market. I'm watching people give their assumptions. Because one thing that doesn't lie to a certain degree is trends. Trends give you a great level of direction when it comes to stocks, and the same thing with crypto. If you just look at a 10-year stretch on Bitcoin, very simple to look at. Look at every 4 years. Look at every 3 years and a half. Look at every 4.5 years. Just look at the stretch. You will see there's a trend. And if you pay attention to the drops that it's doing, Bitcoin is possibly going to land at $6,000 to $5,000. Now, and you got to understand, when it drops that aggressive, it's all dropping because a lot of you are selling so rapidly because you're scared. You're scared. Remember, Bitcoin is priced based on potential value. What is the next person willing to pay for it? That's how it comes up with its price. What are you willing to pay for this cryptocurrency? If somebody's willing to pay $65,000, that's how Bitcoin got to $68,000. You had JP Morgan Chase, you had many other big companies, you had Michael Strayer, you had Elon Musk, you had so many of these multi-billionaires. Okay, MicroStrategy talking about the fact that, oh, they're doing this and that, and this is how much money they put in and blah, blah, blah. And they hyped up the market, okay, made billions of dollars. Who knows when they sold their biggest portfolio? Who knows when they closed their position? Who knows? But at the end of the day, one thing I can tell you, these guys don't lose like that. They don't lose. Because to hear Michael Strayer to say this, which is MicroStrategy, multi-billion-dollar market cap company into a lot of different aspects of artificial intelligence and many things. This company does a lot of different things, but has a big share of Bitcoin. You got to really think about it. He just got a loan from a bank who gave him more dollars to buy more crypto at the current price. Now, here's the honest truth, how I look at these things. How do you validate when these companies are saying they really bought what they say they bought in crypto? Is it true? When did they sell? Now, a lot of us will say, well, we could look at the blockchain to a certain degree, look at the transaction size to a certain degree, but how validated is that to source it back to that corporation itself? Now, that part is real funny because a lot of these multi-billionaires are saying that they bought this and that, and they bought them at high prices, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. For this thing to be at $18,000 today, or 17.8 is what Bitcoin hit a quick flash maybe 1 or 2 days ago. People, think about this, okay? Monday is a holiday, right? And we're all off, right? Shouts out to the culture. Tuesday, the first thing that you guys got to pay attention to if you're going to be watching the stock market is that what's going to happen is tickers and stocks such as Coinbase, which is where a lot of people buy crypto, is going to drop aggressively. Also, stocks that mimic the market of crypto is going to drop aggressively, such as GBTC, Coinbase, ticker COIN, ticker ETHE. These are all cryptos that mimic the crypto market. But remember, the stock market only opens Monday through Friday. So right now, while these cryptos are tanking, when the market opens Tuesday, a lot of these crypto stocks will be dropping early in the morning. So now if a person wanted to make a play, right? The question is, how fast can you get into the stock market to be able to short some of these stocks, right? And shorting simply means I'm betting against the stock. I'm hoping pretty much you're making money as the stock goes down. That's shorting the stock. And a lot of you know, or if you don't know, you could also short crypto with platforms such as FTX. But when you're talking stocks, you could short any stock that has enough shares to short through any platform, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab. And I'm in two big short positions when we're talking in TD Ameritrade right now. And I'm just laying back. And I want you guys to understand, Monday morning, ticker COIN will be down. MicroStrategy will be down. Tesla will be down. GBTC will be down. These are all stocks that have a lot of influence in regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now, a lot of you need to understand, as the market is tanking, one of the things that a lot of people would want you to do, which has risk, make sure you do your due diligence, is short the market. Meaning you're going against the market by shorting the stock or shorting the crypto. If you shorted the crypto for the last maybe 6 months, you could have made millions of dollars. I'm not a crypto fanatic like that. Like I said, I'm an investor in crypto. I hold crypto. And again, when it comes to the top two, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, I do not have no Bitcoin at all, zero. And there was a reason why I did not buy Bitcoin, because I felt very uncomfortable with Bitcoin at the high numbers it was at. And again, there was a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to go to 100,000, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just, again, if people, you go videos back and just watch last year, I was already talking when Bitcoin was 68. I told you guys it would hit $20,000. I said it would even hit 15. Some of you laughed. And now it's there. And it's not done yet. That's why I'm not buying yet. I'm not buying till this thing hit at least $4,000 or $3,000. And some of you may feel it's not going to do it, but you got to understand, Bitcoin moves based on people's confidence, people's potential value of buying it. What happens when those same potential investors start to go against it, which is they're selling just as fast as they bought it? The market will drop very aggressively, maybe 70% drop. If you're an individual that understands what I'm talking about, you would probably be in a platform like FTX shorting a lot of these cryptos, especially Bitcoin, if you're willing to take the risk, and Ethereum. Ethereum is currently at maybe, I don't know, $980. Let's see where we're at right now. Let's get some live updates on Ethereum. Ethereum is at $965 from $4,665. Bitcoin is now at 18,500 currently. This is the most recent numbers. Just on 7 days, just dropped 35%. The market cap is 353 billion, but at the same time, you could imagine. The question is, how do you play this market? You should be shorting it. Shorting is pretty much you're betting against the market. Okay, you're betting against the stock or crypto. As it goes down, you're making money. If you're trying to short crypto, you should be on FTX. If you're trying to short stocks, you could be on many platforms except Robinhood. Robinhood does not let you short. So you probably be on TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade, those type of platforms there. I'm going to also answer some questions as I get a little bit deeper. I got a lot of questions. Shouts out to all of y'all that's on this live. Appreciate everybody that's on Facebook, IG, YouTube. I don't know, whatever platform everybody's on. Ethereum 650 at least. Michael Franz, look, I, I, I'm really hoping Ethereum could hit $100 or less, and I'm going to be real comfortable. Michael Franz also said he see Bitcoin hitting $3,000. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. You guys have any questions involving stocks or crypto? Tonight we're talking more about crypto. Tuesday night I will be live at 9 o'clock p.m. or 9:30, and we'll be talking about the stock market, certain stocks I think you should be looking at in the future as the market continuously tanks. I don't recommend it right now because again, the market has not bottomed yet. Okay, just like the crypto market has not bottomed. Justin was popping from New York. Let's see what we got. As long as the bond market goes up, investment options like stocks and crypto will push down 100%. 100%, Michael. It's a lot of people don't understand this is more economics than anything. I'm still confused on certain aspects. How is and why is the crypto market tanking so aggressively? And by theory, it's decentralized. If it's so decentralized and not tethered to the dollar, I don't understand why is the market tanking so aggressively. But this is why I say when it comes to Bitcoin, it's a great way to make money if you have patience and you're willing to go long term. But the it's not even a commodity. This store of value is very volatile, and it could really put a lot of you in a position where you're going to be very uncomfortable because a lot of you are not comfortable to see this thing hold up for you have to hold crypto for at least 4 to 7 years to really see the value. Because again, will Bitcoin go back to maybe $70,000 or $100,000? Yes. When will it go back? Okay, here's a couple. This is just my opinion, right? This is just my opinion, right? Will Bitcoin go back? Yes, I believe it's going to go back to 70 to 100,000. The question is when. Some people believe the next election, right? I also believe in the next 3 years. And remember, I have a belief on every 4 years, Bitcoin likes to, of course, surpass what it did in the prior 4 years. That's just my belief. Now, everybody has their whole perspective on how and what they feel Bitcoin will do and when. Some people feel next year Bitcoin will be up. I find that hard to believe because, again, we have not gotten to a point where the market has really corrected itself where it needs to correct itself or even gotten to a recession yet. So I don't see Bitcoin going back up by next year. Now, I see 2 to 3 years. Now, I want to say this too. Here's where it gets real funny. Hypothetically, Bitcoin drops down to $5,000. That means CRO will probably be at a penny, and Ethereum will probably be at maybe $50, $80. And many other cryptos will probably be pennies to the dollar. Maybe Solana might be at $5, $3. Avalanche is already tanking aggressively. You could imagine people look at all the top 100 cryptos. They're down at least 70 to 95%. At least 70 to 95%. And that's Bitcoin not even going to the true downfall it's about to do. You could imagine when it truly touches 5,000 or 7,000 or lower, what's going to happen to the other cryptos. Some of them will be going in negative territory. Dane Triss, a Bitcoin guru, that's his world there. He believes it's not going to go there. Dane was popping, man. Shouts out to you. But again, Dane, I love you, but same time when I told you guys this last year when Bitcoin was at 68 and it would drop to 20, a lot of y'all laughed, and look where it is right now. It's hitting 17.8. And what's funny is based on the drop in the last 7 days, if you look at the percentage that it dropped, what would happen if the market gets another issue of inflation, another, of course, interest rate hike, which they're trying to do at least 0.75, another maybe whole point next month. This thing might actually drop to the number. But again, Dane, I love you. So let's see. Let's see who's right, who's wrong. Can Bitcoin really go to 3,000? Can it go to 4,000? I really say 5. I think 5 is being generous, but once it hit those type of numbers, that territory there, it really changes the dynamics, and I'm definitely going to be investing. And it really makes me laugh because I don't know where I really want to play my investment. Because you could buy, hypothetically, Bitcoin, for example. I'm going to answer Michael Franz. I see he got another comment. Hypothetically, Bitcoin drops to, let's say, $10,000. Is it worth buying a Bitcoin at 10,000? Is it better to buy the derivative, which is GBTC, which is the stock itself? Is it better to buy Coinbase stock, which is ticker COIN, which is where a lot of people buy their crypto? And now, shouts out to Coinbase One. It really gets funny. Or should you buy maybe the crypto of FTX? Should you buy maybe, of course, Binance crypto, which holds a lot of power too? Or should you buy the main foundation that's behind a lot of other cryptos, which is probably 90% of crypto, which is Ethereum? So it gets really funny because to me, I'm going to be watching very closely because I don't know if I really even want to have Bitcoin if it drops to 5,000. A part of me is like, okay, I think it's a great time to invest, but I want to invest where it makes more sense, where I get the most value. I don't know if buying the Bitcoin is going to be the most value for me based on my investing, because I'm thinking about maybe putting 20 to 40,000 in there. So I don't know. I might actually buy Coinbase. I think Coinbase, if Coinbase hit $5 or $10, I feel Coinbase putting $40,000 behind Coinbase might actually be my best bet. And if you look at it, $40,000 divided by 10 people, look at the math is crazy. 4,000 shares. Come on. It's crazy. And every dollar goes up, I make $4,000. As it goes back up to $375 or $365 a share, if it could go back to 68,000, which it will in the next 4 years, it'll be better to, or you could take the 40,000 and actually buy Ethereum, which can make me more millions. Because imagine Ethereum hitting $50 or $60. When I did the math, I probably would make like $1.9 million or 2 point something million dollars. I can't remember the math that I did, but if I took the same $40,000 or $25,000 and bought Ethereum at $50, I think it's like 2.7 million. So something to really pay attention to. I know for sure as the market continuously drags itself, again, you go, of course, you might have a little jump in Bitcoin throughout this week, but I think there's going to be a lot more downplay to go. It has a lot more downturn to go. Let me take some questions as I dive further into this conversation. A lot of us right now, I get it. Some of you have probably sold your crypto portfolios, crypto wallets. You're scared. You're uncomfortable. Whenever you're investing and trading is two different things. Investing, you're holding. You have to be comfortable in the market. You don't sell because something is dropping. You hold because you're an investor. And for a lot of you that bought some of the riskiest cryptos there is, I told you guys last year I was not a fan of buying the Shibas and things like that. If you were to put a couple $100 just for the fun of it, that's cool. But right now, you guys see Dogecoin at 5 cents or 4 cents. I see Dogecoin going back to maybe 0.01. Is it a good idea to maybe put 10,000 or 5,000 at 0.01 and hope that in a couple of years they could hype it back up and bring it to 70 cents? That person can make a lot of money. But again, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I would prefer to put it in something more stable, such as BNB. Preferably Ethereum would be my go-to. If you're going to invest into the crypto market as it tanks, and it tanks very aggressively, I would recommend Ethereum if I were you, 100%. I love your outtake on this. People thought I was crazy when I said in March 2021 that Bitcoin is going to 13K. Michael, let me tell you something. Michael, what's popping? Mike, last year when Bitcoin hit 68,000, a lot of individuals was telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. You need to go back and do your homework. You need to relearn. People, I've been investing and trading stocks for 14 years. I read charts just like anybody else, but I've learned to simplify a lot of things, and I'm just laughing at these individuals. One thing you can't tell when you're trading or investing, you don't really know when the downturn is going to come, but you got to always look at life. What goes up must come down. Something is aggressively going up 800%, 1,000%. It has to pull back somewhere. And Bitcoin is funny. It went to like, I think like 50 something at one point when I was looking at the chart a moment ago. Then it dropped to like 30. Everybody thought, okay, cool, it's done. But then it shot back up. The reason this time it's different, it's now mimicking the stock market, which is crazy for me to see it, which makes no sense to me, because now as the stock market's tanking, it's starting to tank. As Dow Jones drops 700 points, it's dropping different points. And I'm starting to say, okay, cool. So now, as inflation affects the economy, which it is, products is super expensive. Our income is, a lot of people's income is still stable. The cost of living is so high. It costs a lot to be alive right now based on the fact of inflation. Interest rates are hiking like there's no tomorrow. And they're about to increase interest rates 2 more times, or maybe 3, to try to stabilize inflation. Next month, they're hiking interest rates another 0.75 basis points or a point, a full percentage. Imagine what's going to happen to stocks and what's going to happen to crypto. People, right now, Bitcoin, what he just did is just a joke. It's not done yet. When this thing tanks, it tanks properly. From 68 to 17, that's not the real Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to tank to like 5 to 7,000. I'm saying this, and I'm saying 5 on the high side. When it properly tanks, I'm going to come right back on this live. And I'm going to tell you guys and show you that, okay, I'm going to tell you what decision I made, which crypto that I've out of Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the stock itself, which is Coinbase or GPTC. I'm going to tell you officially which one did I put my dollars into. And I'm going to show you, of course, how much I bought and why. Because right now, I'm just getting you guys prepared. This is going to be a very uncomfortable ride for a lot of you that's in the crypto market. A lot of you are selling because you're uncomfortable. But you got to really pay attention to what's going on. I don't recommend buying more right now. I hear a lot of people in posting on my posts, buy more. I would not buy more right now. This is not a good time to buy more. This market has a lot more to drop. I would wait. I would wait. I would wait. Wait and let this market drop properly. Where people are so uncomfortable, they're just probably jumping off of buildings, how bad. They're uncomfortable with how their portfolio has dropped. When you're hearing people telling you, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have gotten into crypto. When you're hearing people complaining, when you're starting to hear nothing about crypto, just like 4 years ago. When crypto dropped, I did a Google search, less than 2% of people was typing in the word crypto. When that happens, it's a great time to buy. Right now, just relax, let the market tank. It might shoot up a little bit, maybe go 2,000 to 3,000 more. The government might try to find, or these multi-billionaires might try to find a story to hype it up and try to get it, Bitcoin back up to 25,000 again. But again, it's going to pull back again. And when it pulls back, it's going to break support of that 17. And when it drops to 10, oh my God. Emotionally, a lot of people are going to sell, and it's going to keep dropping because remember, Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's all based on your confidence, the potential value. Okay, so people, my thing to a lot of you, pay attention to the market. A lot of us need to understand too, man. Now, XRP, you see, XRP still has a pending lawsuit. And again, here's another one, right? XRP, right? With the pending lawsuit that XRP has, which I believe they're going to win the lawsuit. But again, for them to win it right now, it wouldn't benefit them if they did win it, right? Or if they did win. It would not move the crypto because the market as a whole is just down. But can XRP hit like a 5 cents or 4 cents? I'm just going to buy more. I believe in XRP. I think the technology is amazing. Ripple makes a lot of sense. And I'm just be patient with XRP. XRP I'm heavily invested into. And for it to hit 5 cents or 1 cent or 10 cents, definitely worth it. I'm definitely, when you're talking about something that could save banks billions of dollars, when you're talking about this is going to change the dynamics on how money is being sent from Zelle to PayPal, from PayPal to Cash App, from Cash App to bank accounts. This is going to be a game changer if it could readily be accepted. When you're talking about sending money from one country to another, XRP is one of the main leaders in that segment there. So to me, once they could get over this hump of this lawsuit, they're going to be in a real good position. And I think, honestly, they're going to win the lawsuit for a lot of different reasons. Let me see. Tonight we're talking about, for a lot of you that's on this live, we're talking about why is Bitcoin down. And we all know Bitcoin moves off of people's confidence. We all know Bitcoin is based on the potential value. So what happens when people get scared emotionally, they sell. The main reason that Bitcoin is down right now, this is hard for some of you to absorb, is because people are selling very fast. Very straightforward. People are selling very fast because they're very uncomfortable. And you could imagine how many people poured their life savings into this market, and now they're crying. Some people have lost homes, they lost jobs. Some people have lost a lot because they thought Bitcoin was going to go from 50, 60,000 to maybe $200,000. With the everybody wants to be an instant millionaire overnight, and that's the problem. And when some of you are up, when you're investing, a lot of you don't sell. Like right now in my stock portfolio, I'm down almost $500,000. But when last couple years, every year I always sell. At the end of the year, I always sell. And sometimes when I make big profits, I sell throughout my transactions. So when I'm down, it doesn't bother me because I already profited and reinvested it back into the market. So for me, it's like, okay, well, you're down $500,000, but why is he not upset? Because I didn't put money that I need next month. I don't put money that I need in a month or two in the stock market. I don't put money that I need in the crypto market in a month or two. I don't do that. I put money that I'm looking to hold in the markets long term. Long term to me is 5 to 7 years. And for a lot of you that's in any of these markets, if you're uncomfortable based on what's happening right now, if you sell, you will take a loss. To me, if you're a real investor, you don't sell, you stay in the paint and just relax. This is just an emotional roller coaster. That's why you never put money in the market that you need. Now, I want to say this. I want to talk to you. Always want to keep it real with y'all. A lot of you bought some of these cryptos based on just hype of social media. Some of you bought cryptos just based off, you heard Doge was going up and Shiba was going up. So you just, whatever the person said, you just bought. And I kept going on live saying that at the end of the day, anything that I buy, I'm buying something that solves problems. Like I have a lot of CRO. I'm a big fan of it. I have a lot of VET. I have maybe, I don't know, $2,000 worth of Ethereum, I think. Because again, I was going to put maybe 10, 15,000, but then I said, man, at $4,600 up, I forgot what percentage was it up from what, $200-300. I said, I'm gonna just lay back. I'm gonna just lay back and relax. And again, it's gonna pay off because even if I buy Bitcoin right now or Ethereum right now, even if I buy at $900 and it goes back to 4,000, pretty much I made 4 times my money, 3 times my money if I could wait 4 years. But that's not what I want to make. I want this thing to go back. I want this thing to go back to at least 2 digits. $50, $60, $80, $90. K West, what's popping? We got a lot of people on Facebook. What's popping? K West said, I wish I would have sold mine when it was at 80. I remember you was in my chat room too. I mean, what you got to realize is too, and you guys always used to hear me say that in my chat room, I can't teach a person when to sell. I can never teach you that. That's all based on you. That's all based on your emotion. Because some people, if I ask right now on this live, right, if you're up $5,000 in 30 minutes, do you sell? You have some people that say, I'll sell, and you have some people say, no, I'm a hold. But the question is, who's right or wrong? And nobody's really right or wrong. It's just everybody trades differently. To one person, making $5,000 in one day, trading or investing into the market, that's pretty impressive, and they're going to sell. The next person, well, why would I sell at 5,000 if I could hold for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 more years, and I can make 500,000? So there's nobody right or wrong when it comes to investing or selling. But yeah, we all fall in that category, KOS, where we felt we should have sold. I'm gonna give you a stock that I felt I should have sold, and I'm down 50,000 just off that stock. Ticker FSEL. I had the stock. I was up. Look, KOS. We all get greedy. Don't let nobody on this live fool you and make it seem like they don't get greedy when it comes to making money. We all get, human race. We all get greedy, right? But there also has to be a position where you say to yourself, you know what? This is a lot of money, or this is a number that satisfies me. Let me take a portion of it. The reason, again, why I don't feel no way with even my portfolio being down $500,000 is because the year before I sold a lot of my stocks and just My thing is I decided to reinvest all the money I made. So the 400,000 I made, I just reinvested it back in the market, and then the market started tanking. So it's like, a big portion is all the product money I made, but I make money different ways, so it really doesn't affect me like that. Let's see what's beyond my goal. Just being greedy taught me better. Now, K West, shouts out to you. It took a lot of heart. I'm proud of you in a lot of different dynamics. From one, joining my chat room. Two, understanding the dynamics of trading. It's not easy. It's not. It's an emotional game also. I always teach all my students. When I say students, they're all grown adults. But when it comes to investing in the stock market, it's about the economics of how the world works. It's about you controlling your emotions and knowing what you want. Because if you look now, a lot of stocks are even down 70%, 80%, and they're not done tanking. But the person who loses is the person who sells. If you don't sell, just wait and be patient. You'll be okay. Now, somebody said, Michael Frost says, Dodge was a joke because of all the cryptos. It was the only one with unlimited supply, big gets zero demand. Doge is funny. One thing why I had maybe $500 worth of Doge when I got out real quick. And the reason I didn't like Doge because it's not really solving something. And the only thing that benefited Dogecoin was the fact of Elon Musk hyping up Doge and the way he hyped it up. And then what really blew me away was when he went to go do the whole SNL, Saturday Night Live. And a lot of people DM me, Bob, what do you think? I said, guys, if I were you, if you're up, take some profits or sell. Because one thing I've learned about markets, it never goes how you think. And from that moment, Doge started tanking. From that Saturday of Saturday Night Live, Doge started tanking. It never went back to 79 cents or 75 cents again. Started tanking. As the stock market started tanking, Doge keep tanking. Everything starts tanking. Doge is one of those, it's like you're playing a lottery. You're hoping they could eventually, manipulate it enough to make you believe that this thing is going to eventually go to $5, $20. And then what's worse is when you watch YouTube videos and you got a whole bunch of guys saying it's going to the moon, everything's going to the moon. Oh, it's going to the moon, it's going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. What you guys got to realize too, some of these guys, they create fake websites, they create these videos to hype up certain cryptos to make you want to invest into certain things just for whatever reason. It's something that a lot of you need to understand. When pay attention to the crypto market, pay attention to where you get your information from. Because one thing I learned is, like, when I'm watching YouTube videos on stocks or crypto, I take it with a grain of salt because you can't believe everything these people are saying. And again, we never met them. We don't know them. You don't know where they're sourcing their information from. You don't know if they're being paid to give you certain types of information when it comes to crypto. So I'm very picky with who I listen to when it comes to investing. And I have my ways of investing into certain things. And again, a lot of times I'm right, and also there's times I'm wrong. The game of investing or trading is to win more than you lose. If you're trading stocks, swing trading, trading options, the game is winning more than you lose. But when you guys look at this crypto market, which is what we're talking about tonight, I feel personally this market has a lot more to drop. There's at least, I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin's going down very bad. So it's going to go down very bad. And when it does, when you have professionals who are like chart experts saying that Bitcoin is going to hit at least 10 or 9, usually they're being generous. 10 or 9 is just being generous because it might hit 5 or 4. And again, it might hit it quick. But to me, the best thing to do is get yourself in position, get your limit orders ready, and get your alerts ready. So when it does, your accounts are all connected to all these platforms and you're ready to just buy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Justin said, you're right. People buy because of trends. Oh, 100%. Shouts out to New York City, man. thought putting money into Doge when it dropped from 0.74, people got upset and sold off. Oh, of course, because even Robinhood, which is where a lot of people were buying crypto and stocks, right? Robinhood stock dropped like almost 95%. And a lot of the people that's on Robinhood are not real investors, real traders. These are people during COVID who were home, who was paying attention to trends, realized there's an app that's giving me an opportunity to buy this thing that I could probably get rich off of. And once they realized they were not going to get rich off of Doge, a lot of non-professional investors, what do? They start selling. So just like Michael Franz, you're 100% right. AMC, GameStop, Bed Bath and Beyond. I think Bed Bath and Beyond is like at $5 right now. And GameStop is the only thing that's still holding up to at least I think 100 or maybe $90 right now. And I mean, I think that, to me personally, I feel that's a good short position. That's just me. I feel GameStop is going to tank maybe to $20 back again. And they better pray they could figure something out. They're trying to hype it up with the whole cryptocurrency world, and it's going to revamp, blah, blah, blah. Can they really do it? Yeah, but at the same time, it's far from now, for it to start happening. So a lot of you that's asking, one, do you feel the market's going to keep going down? 100%. Two, I had a question on which cryptos would you buy or recommend that we buy when it do tank. If you're talking cryptos, if the market continuously tanks the way it's going, I would recommend, of course, Ethereum. Ethereum, CRO, VET. I think those are going to really do the damage that needs to be done. Solana, I like Solana, but at the same time, there's a lot of questionable things about the CEO and the creators that kind of I find funny, but I'll say Solana too in a weird way. There's a lot of others, but I would definitely go with, those would probably be my top three. I like Ethereum. I know Bitcoin is going to be still at maybe 5,000 or 7,000, but I don't want to buy Bitcoin. There's other ways to buy or get the same price action, the same price movement of Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin. I don't think that makes sense to me. That's just my personal opinion. Because if Ethereum tanks, this is a numbers game. If Ethereum tanks to $50, $100, $150, why would I buy Bitcoin at 5,000 to 7,000 when I could buy Ethereum, and as Ethereum goes back up to damn near $4,000? If you do the math, I'm making more money with Ethereum than with Bitcoin. So I would definitely buy Ethereum, CRO, VET. I like Solana for a lot of reasons, but I also have some questionable aspects. I would love to, really, ask a person that really understands Solana if the CEO or the founder was in front of me. But I think the crypto market is a great way to make money, but also a great way for you to lose your mind if you don't focus and understand what you're investing into. So is crypto market going to continuously tank? Yes. Is Bitcoin going to go lower? Yes. What should be your plays for next week? I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just give educational information. To me, you should be shorting the market. And shorting simply means I'm buying against the market. So as the crypto or stock goes down, you're making dollars. You're making money. And if you're going to be shorting crypto, you should be on FTX. If you're shorting stock, you could be on any platform except, I think Robinhood, of course, doesn't let you short. I'm not too sure of Webull. I use a little bit of Webull, but I'm more of TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, stuff like that, the big boys. But definitely pay attention to ticker COIN Monday. That should be down. Pay attention to Tesla. That should be down. Pay attention to GBTC. That should be down. Pay attention to MARA Tuesday. That should be down. Pay attention to any crypto related stock. They are going to be down. But as of right now, is it a good time to maybe get a couple pieces of crypto? Nah, I say just let the market keep tanking. give it another month or two, maybe 3 months, and let's see where the market goes. But right now, I still feel the market has a lot more downturn to go. This is your boy Bob from Mentourme.com. This Tuesday night, make sure you guys tune in. We're going to be talking about the stock market. If the market crashes, if it tanks, which stocks should you be looking at and why? We're going to be talking about that Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Make sure you're on this live and come tune in. And I'm going to be telling you my top 12 stocks that I will be buying more of, and some of them I'm not even in the position as the market keeps tanking. And I'm going to be explaining to you each one why am I going to buy it. Mentourme.com is your boy Bob from Mentourme. You guys enjoy your weekend. I'll try to go live tomorrow, but most likely it's going to be Tuesday night. I'll go live and enjoy and give you guys some great knowledge on the stock market itself. Answer any of your stock questions if you have on any particular stock. Because I see a lot of people asking me about the Tesla split, the Tesla split, and Amazon split, and the Google split coming up, and the RH split. Which one should you do and why, and all that good stuff. I love you all. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and love all of you that show love, share my content. Appreciate all of you that tune in. I hope I answered all your questions. May God bless. Peace.